Five, welcome to your tutorial number 5. Now this one is a bit more of an advanced one with some different ideas for what you could do with your text boxes, how to break them up and move them around. You can see here this is my layers palette. If you don't have your layers palette up, let me close it. Okay, if you don't have your layers palette up, you can come up to window, oopsie, go to window and then go down to layers. You can move it where you want. You will see on this one I have lots and lots and lots and lots of layers because all of these are on their own. I can move them all around and put them wherever I like. So another thing, when you start to work with a Photoshop file that's this complicated with this many layers, it's a really good idea to also have your history box open. As some of you might have already figured out by now, that it's when, for example, I'm pressing Command Z now to undo, and it only undoes one step. Okay, but if you want to go all the way back to a few more steps, you're just going to click over here like that. Okay, so one thing I'll show you, if you want to have your text broken up with a single word in a single color box, you're going to have text and rectangles like that, which you already know how to do. One thing that makes it easier to move, so you're not moving all these text and rectangles around, it's getting all complicated, what you can do is, so this layer here, you can see is I hope I can be a good mother. And this layer underneath is the red rectangle. Over here you can see is rectangle 1. So I'm just going to move rectangle 1 underneath. I hope I can be a good mother. Now what you can do, what I'm aiming to do is I want to merge these two layers together so that I can move them together without having to move two at a time. I hope that makes sense. So click on the text layer, click on the rectangle, holding down Shift at the same time. So hold down Shift to choose both, and then go up to Layer and Merge Layers. Now this, I hope I can be a good mother, is on one layer like that. It's much easier to manage and move around, and don't forget, oopsie, didn't want to do that. Don't forget that Command T to change the size, and also if you want to start tilting it on an angle, you can. Another thing to remember is to hold down Shift if you want to constrain the proportions of which basically means it doesn't stretch it. So for example, right now I'm holding down Shift, and here is when I don't hold down Shift. Okay, it goes all squashed and stretched like that. So I'm going to go back to open because that is exactly how I wanted in the beginning. So there's one advanced tip of breaking up your text boxes. See, these ones here, I've already merged the two layers. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've got 8 layers here. Originally that would have been 16, which would have been really difficult to manage, but I merged the white box with the text, and now it's easy for me to manipulate and change my design. There you go, that's tutorial number 5, some advanced text breaking up strategies for you. Enjoy!